What the business is, YouTube? This Clarence over here at the Pursuit of Freedom. At Pursuit of Freedom. Freedom is the pursuit. I want to bring to you a 3 for 1 on today. Now, this might catch a little slack because, of course, you're looking at TC 2000 software, and Visa is one of the companies up. I'm going to look at Visa, Mastercard, and America Express, these credit cards. Now, a lot of us, me included, have gone into debt. Luckily, I've been able to uh, knock out my credit card debt. I'm still in step 2 of Dave Ramsey, get up out of the debt. You know what I'm saying? Baby steps. Still in step 2, I got to keep hammering away. And I may be adding to some debt because I'm also pursuing education. But Visa, look at this here trend though, man. That's like I can't tell people not to, you know what I mean, not to look at it. Check this here out, man. Looking in that box over there to the left, in 2.5 years, you could be up 116%. So please don't just use Visa. Let's look at MasterCard right quick, Ben. I'm going to talk about them too for a quick second. Look at MasterCard. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these are a little bit more pricier. 144% growth in 2.5 years. And Americans in distress. Americans in distress card. Um, Look at this growth though, man. 81% in 2.6 years. I don't know what bank account did that for your money. I know that's true. At the same time, if you just buying liabilities, if you're just using these companies as a liability instead of assets, man, financial literacy 101 is you got to begin to change spending habits. Um, if you're using a credit card, you might as well be invested in that company because that credit card company is growing. They put them redonkulous interest rates on you, hit you with them interest rates, and you end up back paying, if you're back paying at all, so much more than you originally borrowed from yourself, huh, man? So we got to learn to do a little bit more spending on the asset side rather than just the liability side. If you like, most people think their house is an asset. Your house is not an asset unless you own it and you selling it, or unless you renting it out. As in, an asset is making you money every month. Most people think their car is an asset. Maybe if your car paid off and you renting it out, you know what I'm saying. But if not, it's just costing you money. You paying insurance on it every month, even if it's paid off. You putting gas in it. You know what I'm saying. You got to do maintenance to it. Assets, liabilities is the start when you're thinking about financial literacy. And it's a must. It's a must that you spend money in assets and not just liabilities, or you'll never really have money because it's all gone. All right, let's get to some info. I'm gonna start with Visa. This is just a summary. Average volume 6-7 million. They trade a little bit less. We're seeing a little bit less action in the summer months. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video because I'm doing all three. 391 billion on the market cap. Float is 1.7 billion. Look at this here. Held by institutions. So creating debt for the people, institutions highly believe in that to the tune of 94% of this 1.7 billion share float. 94% of that float is held by institutions because they know people are going to be overwhelmed with debt and just swiping everything. Just swipe it. Just swipe it. You only live once. YOLO. YOLO. You only live once. Go into debt. Ooh, look at this beautiful cash to debt ratio. They can pay off the majority of their debt today. They still be in debt to the tune of about 4 or 5 billion. But look at that. They got some cash. Operating cash flow, levered free cash. I mean, they got cash. Why? Because people paying back them interest rates on these cars and getting whooped by these cars. These cars are spanking Americans left and right. You know what I'm saying? You better have you some money with these cars also at work. If I got a Visa card right now, I'm owning Visa. I'm finna own Visa, Mastercard, and American Express, and I don't got NAM card. You hear me? Okay, so Mastercard, masters of distress, master of depressed income, master swallow up your income. You know what I'm saying? People don't like that. 272 billion on the market cap. This float down here is 1 billion. Look at once again, 78% of that float is held by institutions. Institutions know this is like a license to print money, these credit cards. They give you $100 loan. You're gonna pay 20% interest on that. You gotta pay $120 back. They are making money. They are making money off the backs of the people. Dave Ramsey put it out there in a Bible verse: the borrower is slave to the lender. Look at the cash, look at the debt. So they got more cash than debt. That is a solid investment right there. More cash than debt, solid investment. You better put money to work for you, because I'm gonna put money to work for me. I don't care how slow or how long it may take. I got to go pick up 4, 5 more jobs so that I can put more money to work for me. But money's got to get put to work for you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and they moving against the market. Okay, let me look at a weekly chart. What they did in 2008. Okay, so they had a monstrous dip off through the recession, but they came roaring back. People got rid of them cars. They claimed bankruptcy or whatever, but the trend is never going to end. People going to be using these cars forever. Anytime the market dips, I'm just going to expect any of these cars to dip. I mean, look at how high these have got up to at one point. It's just looking at the weekly chart, trying to see if this thing dipped off, which it did, but it climbed and roared back right after the recession. It roared back 266%. So if you had a Visa card and you started buying Visa way down here at $80, you could have just take out $80 from one check, buy you a share Visa. In a few years, your money has grown. You have crushed what the bank is going to do for you. You know what I'm saying? Mastercard was way up here, 800 something dollars. They did a 10-for-1 split. Speaking of splits, okay, so American Express, I never did their statistics. I get a little long winded. The news don't really matter on these companies. We know what this is. They give us a loan and we got to pay the cost. So they got a lower float, 681 million. Oh, but first, they're $104 billion company. You know what I mean? All these companies do is allow you to borrow from yourself, and they put an interest rate on you borrowing from yourself. You know what I'm saying? 86% held by institutions. Institutions know that these companies are a license to print money. 33 billion in cash. American Express got a little bit more debt. They got double the debt than they do cash, but that's still a fairly good debt to cash ratio. You know what I'm saying? So American Express, I would expect to grow a little bit slower. Uh, but that's all I want to say on them. FinViz. No, let's go over the trading view. So it's a low dividend, but Visa offers a dividend of 25 cents per share. Let's see if MasterCard is offering anything, because I haven't looked up a dividend on MasterCard. 33 cents. And let's look at American Express. American Express also has a dividend, 39 cents. So your money can be making you money out here, people, and not just be going bye-bye. Habits got to change. Buy what you already buy. Buy what you already using. You're going in debt with these companies. These companies need to be growing you some money at the same time. Assets over liabilities. Uh, I managed to do that in good time, I think. Um, just the simplicity of it. I'm going to the source of most people's debt and most Americans' debt problems. These cards, but these companies can also be utilized to grow your money. To grow your money, man. Who I'm talking to out there? Share this motherfucking video. Get out here and get you some money at work. Get some money out here at work. I don't care if I can only buy one share at a time. One of these bad boys is I'm about to go and pick out. It's gonna be in my portfolio. Better build you a portfolio. Just having some fun with it. You find any of this information informative, this is the next one to upload, baby. That's just too easy for me. And I'm gonna tell you how Yahoo helped me out, right? So I'm gonna go back here to the summary because I looked up Visa at first. Uh, so they give you the summary as soon as you put the ticker symbol in up here in Yahoo Finance, and then I scroll down, like, you know what, I could do some videos on this here. They gave me American Express right there, and American Express here, and Mastercard there. I would never tell anybody to invest in banks because banks are super slow, ain't doing much of nothing. But these companies here literally got a license to print money off the backs of the people. If you find any of this information informative, give me the like button, give me the thumbs up. If not, give me the thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel, more videos coming. I'm always hunting, I'm always searching. And I mean, when you're searching, you find. You can't find what you ain't looking for. Trying to help people become more financially literate, give you some good picks, some good solid uptrending picks. Me, I like to say the trend is always your friend. And what I mean by that, y'all want to point that out too. Uh, right here on Trading View, which is free, I went ahead and drew me a trend line. So like I'll do another one right quick since this is hindsight. Hindsight is 2020. But if I was to draw a trend from there, see if I can edit this here at all. Draw that trend. Now I'm gonna base this here. Off the fact that, okay, anytime that Visa dipped to this trend line, it kind of rolled this trend line higher, dipped to it again, rolled it higher. Now there are several ways that you can play that information. Now, obviously, what I'm looking at is, okay, if you in anytime over here, $120, $130, if you get in at $142, it gets up to $152, and you start to get these pulling back off of these highs, and it gets beneath your trend, the trend is broken. The trend is your friend. When the trend is broken, sell your position. That's just me. And then from there, you could be looking to find the dip. Now, the dip is hard. You can buy the dip here at 132. I mean, it's hard to catch the exact bottom. Almost next to impossible. But if you get out at 142, I'll be looking to get out right there on that candle that's looking like a shooting star candle at the top, or like a second straight down day, because you're looking to lock in gains. So if you bought in at 140 and this thing is showing you signs of resistance, like this strong red day here, 146, that's just a few dollars per share. But I'm gonna go ahead on and get out up before this real collapse happens and this thing falls off the map. You know what I'm saying? So I got another trend line drawn in here. I mean, this is easy to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you're trading this thing sideways and you bought it right here, that trend is your friend. The stock price dips beneath your trend line, sell it. Get out of the way. Let this thing fall on its face. When it hits its face, you look for confirmation in the next green day. I look for confirmation in the next green day. I got a bullish engulfing green candle, meaning that this one green candle here is stronger than this red candle, this bearish candle, and it's stronger than this bearish candle. Feed you out here, people. Sit to the table and eat with me. Sit to the table and eat with me. More videos coming from Pursuit of Freedom. The trend is your friend. Whether the stock is going sideways or if it's getting up, that trend is broken, sell. Simple as that. Don't worry about taxes. You ain't making enough money to really be worried about taxes anyway. Shit. You're making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year, then you can worry about taxes. But I just watched a day trader that makes about $400,000 a year and say that paying his taxes are a privilege. And that's easily well over $100,000 in taxes. You know what I'm saying? So that's my model. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not going to be like, oh, if I sell here, I got to pay taxes on this money. You got to pay taxes on your income regardless. Regardless. I mean, that's period. You know what I'm saying? But I've been yapping for far too long. Tried to feed a little bit at the end. Uh, this is Pursuit of Freedom. This is Pursuit of Freedom.